guys, welcome back to my channel, and as always, thank you so much for coming back. So this is the last and final video of the sun sign series, and so we're going to end with Pisces. And I wanted to start this video by reading a quote from one of my favorite books. It's called Karmic Astrology, The Moon's Nodes and Reincarnation, and it's by Martin Schulman. I'll put a link in the description. But basically at the end he has this amazing epilogue that describes a higher power explaining what each of the 12 signs' purpose is. So I'm going to read you Pisces. To you, Pisces, I give the most difficult task of all. I ask you to collect all of man's sorrow and return it to me. Your tears are to be ultimately my tears. The sorrow you will absorb is the effect of man's misunderstanding my idea. You are to give him compassion that he may try again. For this, the most difficult task of all, I give the greatest gift of all. You will be the only one of my 12 children to understand me. But this gift of understanding is for you, Pisces, for when you try to spread it to man, he will not listen. So, the reason why I wanted to start with that is that you guys are the last sign. Pisces is the 12th and final sign. And the reason why that's significant is the theory behind Pisces is you guys are a combination of all of the different signs. So you take a piece from everyone, and so it makes you the most universal it's not a word, the most universal understander of all the signs. And so this gives you the gift of compassion, empathy, sympathy, and all of those wonderful sort of gray area emotional qualities. So the purpose of Pisces, just as this book describes, is it's quite literally your guys' job to give someone understanding when no one else understands them. So if someone comes to you and says, you know, I did this awful thing and I don't quite know what to do about it, a Pisces has the ability to say, I understand, I'm going to stick by your side, and there is a human quality to what you did. So, you know, some of what I'm saying right now might sound similar to Cancer and Scorpio, and it is because Pisces is the third and final water sign. So you guys are, you know, have all of those sort of emotional qualities that Cancer and Scorpio has. The difference between Pisces and the other water signs, though, is that they're ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is god of the seas. So Pisces has this sort of hippie, when I'm being silly, I call it kind of like the crazy high school art teacher quality about them. So, you know, unlike Cancer is more of the mother, Scorpio sort of understands a darker side of life. Pisces is I use art, I use the subconscious, and I use dreaming in order to connect with other people's emotions. So Neptune in particular rules the subconscious. So Pisces understands things on a level that isn't quite human. They are kind of always dreaming and looking to the clouds for understanding. And so, you know, they also kind of go into the deep recesses of the mind in order to understand the world at large. So these people quite literally are dreaming in the day. And then, of course, just like the rest of us, they're dreaming at night. This is one of the most artistic signs, and the reason why is that it has this sort of sixth sense quality to them. So Pisces has the great ability to see the unseen and translate that into a sort of artistic expression, whether that be music or painting or drawing or anything of that nature. These people use art because art's an expression of the intangible things in life, basically. These are some of the most kind of free-spirited but also aloof people there are out there. So I think, you know, as I've talked about in other videos, every sign has their great strengths and every sign has their weaknesses. Pisces is going to be, they can't quite live in the here and now. And it's not like Sagittarius where they might run away to a different country or different job or whatever, or a different relationship. It's more, I run away from reality by dreaming. So these people can tend to fantasize and concoct a dream world that doesn't exactly exist. And so if you love a Pisces, or if you're friends with a Pisces, or if your family member is a Pisces, you know, bringing them back down to earth, you know, kind of saying, hey, I'm here, let's be present, let's stay, you know, in the here and now is going to be super beneficial for them. The other layer for, you know, room for improvement is that because you guys have such a huge capacity for compassion and understanding, you know, there has to be, you know, there are very few boundaries that a Pisces naturally has. So these people can tend to get into difficult relationships. You know, one of the one-liners for Pisces is having sympathy for the devil. So, you know, these people literally can find understanding in anyone. The downside to that is that if you know, meet the wrong person, or if you get into a difficult situation, these people can get run over in some capacity, because they're looking to do good and not everyone else is going to have the exact same interest. So the most evolved type of Pisces says, I love and I understand everyone, but I know where my limitations are, and I know the relationships and the people that do not do me good. So, you know, it's a wonderful quality to universally understand everyone, but let's put boundaries up so people universally understand and respect your limitations and your needs, most importantly. Pisces falls into the Cancer category of, I put other people first, I put other people's needs and desires before mine. The last thing to be said about it is that Pisces is one of the most romantic signs there are out there, and so these people, you know, really love to love. They love the concept of a higher love, a deeper relationship, you know, something that sort of transcends the norms or the boundaries that people normally have in love. And so these people make wonderful lovers, wonderful friends, family members, you know, especially parents. They have this sort of selfless and kind of unconditional love for everyone. And so that to me is an exceptional quality. So Pisces, the number one takeaway for you guys is you guys can understand anyone, but the difficult part is going to be finding people who take the time and effort and understanding to understand you. So anyways, if you have any questions, you can feel free to DM me on Instagram or send me an email, and I'm going to do future videos on what it means to be a Pisces rising or to have your moon in Pisces, because those are very different things. So subscribe if you're interested, and Pisces is my total love letter to you guys, and thank you guys so much. Have a good day.